Good morning. It's Monday, April 19th, and it's a beautiful morning. Sunny. The highs are supposed to be 68 today, and we're getting ready to load up and head to Shakamak State Park for a week of camping and fishing and relaxation. And so we're meeting my sister and her husband there and some friends, and just looking forward to it. It'll be the first camping trip of the season. Getting Rudy back there all loaded up and ready to go, and we just got to wrap up a few things and we will be hitting the road. So let's do it. That's it. So we're on site 46. We're pretty much set up, about 95% set up anyway. Beautiful day, a little windy, but it's in the mid 60s. So I'm going to fire up the grill here shortly and cook some hot dogs for lunch. Judy and Jim are down there on 47. They're still getting set up. And then maybe after lunch we'll go down and try our hand at a little bit of fishing. It's pretty windy down there, but we'll see what happens. Later.
What do you got there? Those are miles you walk?
It's a camera.
Oh, a camera. Wait, you videoing us putting stuff up, are you?
Hey, Vern, did you bring a fish basket? I forgot mine.
I just use a stringer.
Laying on the floor, I know right where it's at. Hold on.
I just use a
I
stringer.
got a stringer. You don't use a basket?
Never owned one.
What do you use, stringer?
Stringer. Nice day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ain't too many left this week.
I told Jim you better get out and fish and do what you gotta do today. Mom said she's finding back there.
Yeah, she always said that, but I never found it. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Maggie. Hey, girl. So it's Tuesday. I decided to take a hike on Trail 5. There was a sign back there that said they had to reroute the trail because of beaver dam in the middle of the creek. So I went down to the rerouted part. So it looks like it comes down right here. I haven't walked down there to see the actual beaver construction, but a lot of dogwoods right in here, really pretty. It's about 3 o'clock on Tuesday. We sat around the fire a little bit. It's supposed to turn cold tonight. We're actually supposed to get an inch of snow or better. Right now it's about 48 degrees. It's supposed to get down just a little below freezing tonight. And then it wouldn't be too bad sitting around the fire except for the wind. The wind is coming in out of the north. And it's really cold, cool wind, cold wind. But spent a little bit of time around the fire today, a little bit ago. Most everybody's in for a nap, and I decided to take a walk. So I'm on Trail 5, just getting out and getting moving. So we'll carry on. See ya. So this looks to be the beaver dam. That's that would be Lake Kickapoo, kind of a one of the fingers or inlets, or fingers of Lake Kickapoo. And then it backs up into this stream. There's a creek that runs up that way. But here's the beaver dam. Pretty impressive, actually. So they're backing up the water here, and that's probably 3 or 4 feet change in water elevation from here to here. It's pretty cool. On the dam of Lake Kickapoo. I've been hiking about 50 minutes, so I'm probably between 2 and 2.5 miles from camp. It's getting really windy, and you can tell the temperature's dropping. So I came from that way. The trail goes off over there, and then goes over into the woods over there, and then back towards the campground. That's the spillway that we always see when we ride our bikes around the park, and that's the road down there. Sometimes people fish off of that culvert down there. It's starting to rain, so I'm probably gone as far as I'm going to go. And I know you can't see that far over there, but if you went straight over there as far as you can see, that's the causeway between Lake Kickapoo and Shakamak that we ride our bikes across. But even though the weather's kind of nasty, it's just kind of a nice hike over here. So I'm gonna hike back. Like I said, it's getting cold. I think the temperature's dropping. The wind's really strong. It's starting to rain. So that's pretty much it for this hike. It's gonna be hard to see, but straight out there, which I believe is a loon. It drove under the water for a little bit. It's kind of gray and black speckled, and it's got a black head. There it goes. Hopefully on the video you can see it. I'm sure you can see it kind of spreading its wings. But I believe that is a loon. There it dove under the water again. So it's Wednesday morning. The temperature on our little indoor-outdoor thermometer says 37. We got some snow and rain mix. It was a real wet snow, mostly rain. Maybe started around 5 or 6 o'clock, and it was over with by 11 last night. It was warm enough. Most of it melted off. So we don't have very little on the ground here. A little bit on the truck, and some spots it's on the ground. Might be a little crazy, but I'm going to go down and see if the crappie are biting, because they're cold water fish. They like the cold water. So we'll see how it goes. Bye. What a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see them in the video. There's some martins sitting right there on the end of the rail. There's 4 of them just sitting there. But it's kind of a haze or a fog on the blowing across the lake. Sun's shining. Promises to be a good day. And see if we can catch some fish. I'm going to try to conjure up some of Dad's mojo, because I'm going to use his rod for the first time in a while, and it's not set up any differently than my rod, but he always seemed to catch fish on it, and this was his favorite place to fish, so doing it in his memory. So we'll see how it goes. Well, it's Wednesday now. The weather was supposed to clear off and be nice, 51, but as you can see, it is sleeting / snowing. Been sitting out here by the fire all day. So Joe's got the umbrella out. Got a nice fire. Camping at Shakamak. Only at Shakamak can it snow, rain, and the sun be shining all at the same time. So this is Thursday, the 22nd, I think. This is the 4th day of our trip. And it's a really nice day. It's about 55. It's kind of windy. And as long as you're in the sun, it's fine. If you get in the shade, with the wind, it can get kind of nippy. And that's what we kind of had the last few days. Yesterday was kind of dreary and overcast. Fishing's been kind of a bust. Jim caught a couple of fish. I guess it was Tuesday. He gave them to us. I cleaned them, so we got them in the fridge. But I thought it'd be a good day to, it'd be the last day to get out on a bike ride. A decent bike ride, so that's what I'm out doing. And we'll see what we can see. We're going to just ride over, I think, to the beach house and see what's going on. Let's do it. lakes here. We got Lake Shakamak, which is on my right, over there. We got Lake Kickapoo, which is over here. That's Shakamak. And then, maybe you can see it through the bushes here. That's Lake Kickapoo. Kickapoo is the biggest one, and it's the one in the middle of the three. And then Lake Lenape is the lake that's over there that borders the campground. The campground is built next to. So right now we're on the causeway between Shakamak and Kickapoo. And then the road in the video there at the beginning where we're driving across with the guardrails on either side where you got water on both sides, that's Kickapoo on the right and Lenape on the left. So I'd have to go back and look at the history for sure, but I think all these three lakes were at one time kind of strip pits mining, because this is coal mining country. And the lakes are really pretty deep. There's not much of a shelf where you start walking out. They pretty much drop off pretty rapidly. But you used to be able to drive across this causeway, coming up on the boat rental shack. And then there's a fish cleaning station over here. So I'm standing now in front of what's now I guess the pool house, but what once used to be the beach house. There used to be a beach here, and you see the remnants of the swimming piers. I think I remember swimming here once or twice as a teenager. And that was back in the 70s. At that time, the lake was just kind of getting overrun with lily pads and algae and moss, and it was really kind of a nasty place to swim. And that's why they kind of closed it and built a pool, which is on the other side of the building. But there used to be a diving tower, a big diving tower out there. And Shakamak's claim to fame was in 1938, they hosted the Olympic swim trials here. And they had notable celebrities here: Esther Williams, Buster Crabbe, Johnny Weissman, better known as Tarzan, and Buster Crabbe was Flash Gordon. And they kind of chronicle that era here on this board. So it's kind of cool. I do remember the diving tower when I was a teenager, but all that is since long gone. Way over there on the other side is the cabins 1A and B, which we have stayed in many times in our October family get-together with my parents and my siblings. So a lot of good memories here at Shakamak. So that's about all I gotta say about that. I'm gonna head back to camp and maybe get some lunch. And I think we're gonna have the Dutch oven and apple cobbler, and we're making Dutch oven nachos tonight. So it's just a beautiful day. Good way to end the week. This is the last day. This is our day 4. So that's it. So this is going to be our first attempt at Dutch oven nachos. So first we're going to put the tortilla chips in. And then we got ground beef with what, taco seasoning?
Yes.
Got a little flavor ground beef taco seasoning. Probably I'll put the cheese on next, or the or the toppings.
The cheese, because I want to make sure I can see the jalapenos.
And then we're going to put shredded cheese on.
Need to open the other packet.
That looks like enough to me, because you can always add more cheese on top, right?
Yeah.
Some black olives. You can just put the jalapenos in half of them if that's what you want.
That's what I was planning to do.
That's a big jalapeno there on top
They're
out of that
sliced.
jar. Probably could have had onions too if we thought about it.
There's onions in the meat.
Oh, okay. I would say that's enough. And then what?
Yeah.
I gotta put the lid on it.
Because we can put sour cream on it when we get ready to eat.
And then, oh, how hot that is. Not much charcoal here, because it won't take long to melt. Just hot enough to melt all that together with the cheese. I'll put a few of those on the bottom. Like that. What do you think? Check it in 15 minutes? Set that right over there. And we'll be back in 15 minutes. Make sure when you tip it, you don't dump the ashes. So it's been 10 minutes. And so we're going to check. We've actually already checked it, so we know what it looks like. Perfection. So, chow down. All right, dig in.
Yum, yum.
It's like a winner. So it's Friday morning and we're loading up. Got most of the stuff packed away. And just trying to clean up a little bit. Judy and Jim are almost loaded up. They've got to be back a little early for Scott and Jennifer to borrow their camper to go on another trip this weekend. And Brian and Kathy, we haven't seen anything much out of them. But it's been the week went really fast, and but it's been a good week. The weather was kind of iffy, but just always good to get away from home and away from work. So that does it for the 2021 Shakamak spring trip.